It's definitely been like opening up an old wound, you know?
How dare you? Get out of my face.
We see Gigi fleeing in a wedding dress. We see her falling in the mud, yelling, "How dare you" to Damian. I mean, break down what happened.
We had already gone through so much, meeting without seeing each other and then getting used to each other in person. A lot of fears happened leading up to that point where, insecurities got brought up and a lot of doubts surfaced. So I think I came to a point where, I had seen how he reacted with me. I, felt comfortable with him and just kind of wanted to give myself over to him in a way that he knew how. And that was my answer. He told me that he didn't know what he was going to say up until the moment that he saw me. And it's just hard when you're in your wedding dress in front of all your friends and family. And, I respect his decision and I understand why, he did the way he said what he did so that we could have a true, healthy relationship, because marriage was putting a lot of pressure on us. But it was just hard, you're vulnerable, like at your most vulnerable state. And I just wanted to kind of just pretend it didn't happen. And I finally was able to just run, and that's what I did. Because the entire time, I was facing my fears and couldn't not talk about things because I was gonna share my life with this person, and I needed some time to myself.
I mean, it was like almost like a movie moment, but it was like happening in your real life,
That's exactly how it was. It was just very surreal. I couldn't believe that it was happening. But it felt right to me. I just wanted to, again, just be with myself and just like kind of replay things or just like hold myself. And I didn't think anybody was following me, which is like naive to think at this point. I thought, okay, I did the wedding, I'm done. But no, that was not the case. So I just reacted naturally, and they caught that.
It was hard. It was really hard. It was. It wasn't my intention to hurt her. I mean, it was our plans to, no matter what, to sort of walk away from this together. And I see how the decision embarrassed her, and it was in front of her family and friends, and that's something I wish I could take away from her every day. I didn't ever want her to have to go through that or experience that. So it broke my heart. It was honestly one of the hardest decisions I ever made. But we had talked about it, and she didn't believe in traditional marriage, like in the sense of feeling like we're trapped by a document that says, oh, we got to do this, because when you get into marriage, you move in together, you collab on finances, then you're ready to start a family. There's all these senses that come with the word marriage. Mm-hmm. And with us having this date rushing up on it, when I got up there, it was just like, is this right for us? Like, can we be stronger outside of here? Do we need more time to be best friends first? Because we had already faced so many challenges, as you guys saw, in just a few pieces of our relationship on the show, right? So, I made the decision I did, and it was because I wanted to make sure that marriage was forever. Like, in a sense, that she already had, this thing with her parents where they were divorced, and that was really hard on her growing up. I didn't want that to happen again. I wanted to make sure we were 100% in it, and there weren't no outside factors deciding upon that, truly just us. So it was hard. It was very hard.
Right.
And I went after her. I just couldn't find her.
Yeah, I run fast.
She runs fast. It really was like, it was like the drama, the movie moment. But I mean, how challenging is it for you guys? Because, in a normal relationship, you go through these hurdles and then you don't have to re-watch them. And now you guys are kind of reliving these moments. So what's that been like for you guys?
I mean, it's definitely been like opening up an old wound,
For sure.
In the memes, the tweets, and everyone has something to say about every single couple. How do you guys feel about how you've been portrayed and kind of what people have been saying? And is there anything you want to clear the air about?
I would say overall, the show didn't show enough of our story. especially in the beginning of how our connection really built. We had some really beautiful moments that were never portrayed, and even though we had some really harsh drug out fights that you guys saw, we had really beautiful moments too. So, you know, it sucks. I've gotten different things from like, oh, like he's gaslighting, which I had to look that up. I didn't even know what that was. But it's like, it's manipulation to make somebody else seem angry or crazy. And, me and her have done a lot of talking and discussing, and there were points where, we pushed each other, and it did cause breaking points. And something I look back on and I'm not super proud of, because I never had that intention. My intention was solely like, I love this girl. I'll do whatever it takes to show her she's what I want in a woman.
And I felt that.
Yeah. So there was no manipulative meaning on either one of our ends towards each other. It was purely just something new in a very condensed amount of time, and you're learning each other's entire lives in a month and a half. And there's a lot of stress behind that I don't think people understand or see. They just see a show put together, not the emotions and
not people's lives.
The lives that were affected behind all of it. So
because of the pods and the experiment where you guys couldn't actually see each other, do you guys think if you met at a bar, ran into each other in Atlanta, that you guys would have started dating organically?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. No.
I mean, I would have had that, that little superficial tick where I walked in and I'd be like, that's my type in a sense. Like, I definitely want to talk to her, but I think, if we didn't get to know each other on the emotional connection that we did, physically, I think there would have been an attraction there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would have let out different parts too early that you normally do in a relationship than really getting to the root of who you are and what kind of personality you are. You even see me cry a lot, because I'm an emotional guy. I'm a big guy, but I'm emotional, so that's okay.
We love an emotional guy.
Yeah, but I mean, in this world, you're like, some people are like, oh man, like, you left your job to cry. Like, no, it's okay, guys, to cry. Okay, you can be a man and be emotional. That's totally
right.
normal. So we accepted all these things, and it's just, I think overall, it would have been hard doing it without this experience.
Just to wrap it up, is there anything about your guys' relationship that you want people to know that you think what was missed on the show?
I think that, I don't know, some people catch it, but I think a lot of people don't know how funny we are and just how spontaneous we both can be. And they showed that a little bit, but the way that we just kind of come to terms is just really refreshing. We're so different. But we can honestly, we have so much fun with each other, and it's been a really great, just growing experience to go through it with someone that just knows me in and out, to my core. I felt like Damian was reading my mind, throughout this whole experience, and you can't make that up.
Yeah, and I feel like, we did miss a good bit of our story in the pods. There was so many beautiful moments that really led us. So you saw a lot of, Marks and Barnett's and, Cam's, they're sort of frontline stories, but a lot of the things that led to where we were some just beautifully, like she said, mind-reading moments. It wasn't staged. I couldn't express it. People were like, I think you guys are doing the same thing on each side and you've never seen each other.
Yeah, they'd be the way that you guys move and the way that you say things, you guys are mirroring each other. And
a sixth sense is the perfect word.
Yeah,
it's really cool. A sixth sense that you have, and when the connection's real, it's every day you're I just want to hear that voice again. Every night I went to bed, I was I'm getting through these other days just so I can hear her voice again. And it's crazy, right? But it's such I would say beautiful experience to get to know somebody for who they are on the inside than what they look like.
It was an outer body experience.
Yeah.
Literally an experiment to its core.